Everybody, welcome to the third edition of The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. I am your host, Brent Piles, and with me, as always, is a man who is boiling currently. IGA Wrestling, Glenn. Glenn, how you doing?
First of all, I will I will congratulate him in person later. But congratulations to our tribal chief, the new and reigning undisputed champion of predictions, the Mayor of Canton.
That's right. The only one he missed was CM Punk and Drew McIntyre. Everyone else, every other match he got correct.
Amazing.
Yeah, we'll talk
And
further
with
about.
and with such a varied card, it's only going to get one wrong. That's some going.
Yeah, I mean, I think we pretty much all agree that like every match really could have went either way. So, yeah, good on the mayor for winning. He was there, so we'll talk all about that with him tonight when we record our other show. But for now, Glenn, we don't really have any football to discuss until tomorrow.
Unless we really cheer Dan up and quickly mention that we lost to Liverpool.
We did
in
lose
the last leg of the US tour.
We did lose 2-1 to Liverpool. In my opinion, did you watch that match, Glenn?
I watched a lot of it, but I didn't see it all because I was doing other things at the time.
Yeah.
But it was that usual thing. It was like both Bournemouth and the Manchester United game where we started off crap and made them look good for about 20 minutes. They go 2 goals up. We get one back. We dominate the second half, but can't put the ball in there.
We looked, especially in the back, we looked in shambles. The first half, and it was so bad that I had forgot that we had fucking guys who had ample playing time in there. I thought it was academy guys until Dad reminded me that no, it was fucking Kibior and Shevchenko, and they played plenty last year, so they shouldn't have been so bad.
Yeah, but that's not Gabby and Saliba, is it?
Exactly. I mean, nothing is Gabby and Saliba, but I guess maybe we'll find out tomorrow. I believe they play Byron Leverkusen with our old buddy. I can't think of
Granite Xhaka.
Granite. Exactly. I can never remember his name or get it right.
As in the rock, Granite.
Granite. Okay. I'll be able to remember that now, as in granite, not that rock, but a different kind of rock. I don't even know how I'm going to watch that because I don't even know if it's on TV over here. So I guess we'll see. They play 2 matches this week because they play Saturday, they play the Emirates Cup against Lyon.
Yeah, we'll discuss that after we go off air.
There we go. We'll discuss it after. Glenn will tell me how I might be able to watch the match off air. But let's get right into it, Glenn. We got a pay-per-view to review this week. It is the Royal Rumble, January 18th, 1998. Any opening thoughts before we get into this?
My name was.
But so let's get the frog out of your throat first.
Yeah, well, I've had a sore throat all weekend, and it's that opening sequence. It definitely shows how, even back then, how good the WWF, WWE were at hype videos.
Oh, yeah.
That was an amazing opening.
Yeah, the black and white with that ominous voice of 30 men.
Yeah.
We'll enter the Royal Rumble. I can't even do it. I don't even do it justice.
No, can't do it justice.
No, I can't even do it justice. But yeah, so that was great. The San Jose Arena is where this took place in San Jose, California, of course. Not in like San Jose, Iowa. I don't think that's a thing. It might be. The San Jose Arena, but it's now known as the SAP Center, opened in 1993, and it's known as the Shark Tank because it is home to the NHL's San Jose Sharks. Many pay-per-views been held by the WWF/E over the years. SummerSlam 2001, the Great American Bash in 2007, Payback in 2017, and Tables, Ladders, and Chairs in 2018. Matter of fact, they just had an episode of Raw take place at this arena in February of this year. And if you happen to find yourself in San Jose, California, I hear it's pretty nice out there. You can check out Monster Jam on either the 8th, 9th, or the 10th of August. Glenn, do you know what Monster Jam is?
No, but I've got a question for you.
Go for it.
Do you know the way to San Jose?
I've been away so long, I've may go wrong and lose my way, Glenn. No, I don't. I do. I've never been to San Jose. I've been to San Diego, and I imagine San Jose can't be a bad place. I know San Diego's beautiful. If I could live in, I wouldn't live in California ever, but if I had to live in California, I would live in San Diego because it's fucking gorgeous. Or Glenn, Monster Jam. Okay, if you could guess what Monster Jam was, what do you think Monster Jam is?
A lot of musicians jamming.
No, it's actually monster trucks.
Oh, it's monster trucks. Okay.
Monster trucks big over in England, or is that just a white trash?
No, it's not that big.
So it's just a white trash American thing, is what you're telling me.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine. Or you can just wait until September the 21st. You can head down to this arena and see the United States women's gymnastics team in action, including the greatest gymnastics of all time, Simone Biles. So you can check that out. And they have all kinds of crazy like concerts going on here, like Bay Area rapper concert with like Too Short. And I literally fell down a rabbit hole of 15 minutes of like looking up the like old like Bay Area rappers that they were gonna have there, like E40 and yeah. So it was like a whole thing. It took 30 minutes out of my life, Clint.
That's great. See, I'd be more interested in that than monster trucks.
Yeah, I figured. I mean, Too Short, Two Life Crew. That's how I learned about the Birds and the Bees, right there.
Yeah, it would do.
Nobody had to give me the talk. I knew all about it.
I used to, if I played any of their stuff, I had to have two versions of it.
Oh, 100%.
The radio edit, and then the parent advisory.
Yeah, those are some songs I should not have been listening to at the young age that I was.
No,
anyway,
definitely not.
We'll get right into the matches here, and it's a good way that they started off with the ugly quickly because what the fuck was Goldust wearing? Which is, I think, a question we ask ourselves every week now.
I know. Oh, it does. It just baffles me. It really does. It seems to go more and more extreme every week.
100%. Goldust versus Vader is the first match. As you know, these guys have been locked in a feud for months now. It seems like since Survivor Series when Vader and him were on a team, and I think Goldust may have walked out on Vader or something like that.
He did.
So yeah, I mean, I ran over the last week of all the things that Goldust has done to him. I'm not going to do it again, even though it is
fun. Just watch this into the last episode for that.
Yeah, it is fun for me to go over them because it makes me laugh. But I mean, Goldust was dressed weird, and there was a few weird things. But I think if you put all that aside, I think this was a pretty damn good match.
It was a surprisingly good match.
Yep.
This is definitely the best we've seen the pair of them. Vader was amazing. And he was so over with the crowd as well, which I think helped.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think that put a little pep in his step. The fans really cheered for him.
And it does, when you've got an out-and-out face and an out-and-out heel, and the crowd get behind the face and boo the heel, it does sort of add to the atmosphere.
Yeah, definitely. I think we could agree that like I don't think that a crowd can really enhance a match too much, but I do think a bad crowd can take something away.
Oh God, yes, 100%. Definitely.
And they definitely enhanced this one because the people were, for whatever reason, hated Goldust, probably from what the fuck he was wearing. I knew the reason. I didn't say. I don't know why. For whatever reason.
It's a shame they didn't push him further.
Goldust or Vader?
Vader.
Yeah. He never really got the footing.
Goldust had to push him off a building.
Off a cliff, yeah.
Yeah.
I think maybe they have. Yeah, I don't know. You got any notes from this match?
It was a good, straightforward opening match. Vader being stiff, Goldust being a chicken heel. It had all the ingredients of a good opening match, especially for that time.
Yeah, definitely.
We know that these days the premium live events, they tend to try and put a banger on to start with to liven the crowd up. But this certainly did a really good job of livening the crowd up.
Yeah, they didn't do. Nowadays they have 4 championships, so they can do an opening match for a big championship. But back then that's just not. You might occasionally get an Intercontinental Championship match, and I think around this time is when the Intercontinental Championship, not maybe so much with The Rock or maybe with the people that have it in maybe the next year, but this is when the Intercontinental Championship will kind of start losing its prestige a little bit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, I felt the same. I think the same. I thought the same thing as you. I mean, a decent, hard hitting match. It really reminded me of something that we would have saw these two have when they were in WCW, when it was Vader versus the Natural. The interesting part at the end is Vader goes in for the Vader bomb, and Luna jumps up on his back,
and he carries on with it.
Yeah,
it was like she wasn't there. It was superb.
But fucking Luna was so close to breaking her goddamn neck.
Yeah.
Like an inch more and she would have fucking landed on her forehead.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, Vader gets the win after that. The big 3 count. Finally, Goldust gets this comeuppance from Vader. But yeah, I thought it was a highly entertaining match. Very good stuff.
So if we're rating it, that's a good.
That is a good. And you know what? I don't know if there's anything on here that's really bad or ugly.
No.
We'll go into it, but everything on here was pretty either decent to good to great, in my opinion. Next up, they show Stone Cold Steve Austin has arrived to the building. He tells Michael Cole to park his truck and don't get a scratch on it. After he goes through the door, apparently the Godwins were so far down the hallway they couldn't see him that he just walked away because the Godwins pop up out of nowhere and there was like, where's Stone Cold Steve Austin?
I love this running through the show. The different people chasing after him all the time, and he's never where they expect him to be.
Yeah, it was. It's good stuff. Yeah, it's definitely good stuff. I like that Michael Cole didn't snitch him out either. Michael Cole held still and didn't tell him.
No, that's right.
And then, Glenn, I was sitting in my living room watching this. I subjected my poor wife to watch that Goldust Vader match with me. She watched in horror. I saw Sonny strutting down to the ring in a referee shirt, which means only one thing, Glenn. And what does it mean?
It means we got the little fellas.
It means we got a minis match. And so that means we got to get our buddy the mayor of Canton in here to watch it with us. So let's cast out the line to Canton, Ohio, hook the mayor, yank him on in here, and watch some little people, Glenn. What do you say?
I say that's a good idea.
All right,
We told you we casted out the pole, and we hooked the mayor, and we yanked him on in here, and now he's here to watch the minis. Mayor, are you ready to watch the minis?
There's nothing I'm more ready to ever do than watch minis matches.
Absolutely, pal. So here we go. I told Glenn this. I was watching this in my living room, and I saw Sunny make her way down to the ring in a ref shirt, and I shrieked because I knew that meant we were going to get a minis match. Usually I shriek when I see Sunny, but it's for a different reason.
Mm-hmm.
And as we named her earlier, the American Ho.
Did we say that? I don't remember. saying that. No, we definitely said it.
Not earlier, because this might be a time machine traveler. I'm not sure.
Well, this will come out before then, so yeah. No, it was a time.
We said that in the future.
Yep. Yeah. Sure, I said that. Oh, here we go. I think we saw this guy.
Wait, who is that? Is that Paulie Ellering?
That's
Italian, that one. Tarantula and El Torito, as you know, he's the little bull man.
Yeah, the guy with the horns.
The little bull.
The horny one. Mm-hmm. Yeah. The little horny one.
Is that Chris Canyon?
I It does look like Mortis, doesn't it?
As opposed to Max Mini that normally gets horny when Sonny's in the ring.
Well, that happens to a lot of guys. It's a normal thing. Oh, El Torito is just charging everyone.
Who's that? That's the tarantula with the gas mask?
No, that's
No, that's Battalion.
Oh, okay.
So we got Max Mini, the front one here, and we got Nova, I think, and then
Mosaic.
Tyson,
What good name that is. Mosaic.
Yeah, it is a pretty good name.
Are those capes or are those just like handkerchiefs?
They're handkerchiefs. That's
Yeah.
They got them out of they went to like a graduation party and they just grabbed a couple of little napkins.
There's
what happened. So here we go. Sonny feeling around men's private areas, which is usually his day job. I'm sorry. We rag a lot on Sonny. We probably shouldn't do it as much as we do.
Oh, geez.
Here we go.
Here we go.
A little situation is that it's like,
Wow. That was a stiff shot to begin the match.
I think there's a little animosity between these two, don't you think?
Yeah, you think so, wouldn't you?
Just a little.
Hey.
What happened was this guy picked up those colors for his gear, and then he couldn't wear them because Maximum stole them. That's what their little beef is about.
They both were arguing because they wanted to get on the rider,
Nice.
and neither of them could get on. Look at that. Quick drop kicks.
Max Mini. Oh, he's going to tag. Oh, wait, that one's Max Mini. Sorry.
Whoa.
The other one's no, but this one's Max Mini.
Mm.
The aforementioned Massagria Sangrata Jr. And I say that as many times as I can because I can say it, and I'm impressed with myself.
He really is the miniest of the minis, isn't he?
Yeah, he's mini.
He's very small. Yeah. I'm pretty sure this guy was the mini Vader, right? He had to be.
He looks like he was built that way, yeah.
This guy's kind of beefy.
Yeah, I was gonna say this guy has never saw a Big Mac that he didn't like.
He's a thick mini. He's got the little meaty man slapping meat.
Yeah.
He's a thickie, is what he is.
Mm-hmm.
Well, no, that doesn't work. I was gonna say a thinny, but a thinny doesn't really work. You'd have to be thin. You can't put thicky and you can't put thick and mini together. At least I can't. Oh,
I like that. That was a good move.
went for a ride there. I don't remember his name anymore. Moscow.
Was that Mosaic?
Mosaic. That's what it is. Let's just call him Moscato.
Moscato.
I don't even like Moscato
clever.
once. I don't know why I said that.
He's sangria.
That sangria's okay though. So there we go.
Yeah, that makes more sense.
Here we go.
Sangria.
The fans don't know what to do with this. They're like, I'm not sure. Apparently the minis aren't big in San Jose.
No, I
No,
don't think so.
you would
You know-
think.
They're minis.
You know what San Jose stands for?
What?
The Jose.
Okay.
I don't know.
It's like on Anchorman. He's like, San Diego. The translations it translates to a whale's vagina. He's like, I don't think that's right.
I don't think that's right.
I'm saying, Glenn, I've never been to San Jose, but I imagine it's.
Do you know he has a small ankle and a small shoulder?
I'd heard that. Yeah.
Do you know what else he has?
What?
A weenie.
I heard that's his finishing maneuver is the
A
weenie.
weenie. Instead of the hiney, he hits you with the weenie.
The dog's
Is that
excited about that one. They love weenies.
Is that Mike Tyson?
Mike Tyson enjoying it.
Yeah, Mike Tyson watching some minis.
Yeah, he's in the skybox.
How fucking if you put one of those minis on the apron and had Mike Tyson punch one in the face, how many rows back do you think they would fly?
You see that? You see that second level there at the top.
Yep.
Their head might land in the second row. I don't know about the rest of them.
Oh, their body's gonna land where Glenn said, but their head's going into the upper deck.
Yeah.
Man, this guy hits the ropes like Braun Breaker.
Good lord, that was a big fucking clothesline. I mean, a little clothesline. Everybody know tarantulas hate that.
Oh,
Oh,
wow. I thought he was going to hit him with the Styles Clash.
that would have been something. He got a little too cocky. He can't get so cocky.
These
Oh,
guys had. I feel like this is watching like an AEW trios match.
Isn't it?
So
Maybe-
these guys are taller. I'm sorry.
I was going to say they're about the same height. But...
Oh,
Oh my God.
I
Did you see
don't-
that boot to the back of the head?
a bit nasty, wasn't it?
I don't think you're supposed to kick people. Oh my God.
Got
Good
kicked in the
lord.
front. That was to put his brain back the other way.
These guys are beating the shit out of poor little Mikey here.
Well, now he's got CTE for sure. Oh, punch her right in the gut. That was like a fucking like a punch out move right there.
I think he's got CT Wee.
Jesus Christ. He fucking just mollywopped him right on the fucking top of the head.
Dude.
They hate this guy. They're like, fuck Max Mini. He gets paid all the money. This is bullshit.
Whoa, she did not jump him.
Oh, don't get him sucked into the black hole. They'll never get him out of there. Oh, God. Look at this. It's like a cheerleading fucking routine all of a sudden. This is like a Young Bucks match now.
Mm-hmm.
It really is.
Oh, Sonny's on the team. She's a Max Mini mark.
They were all inspired by this match alone.
Well, if you remember the last time we saw him, okay, keep harking back to this, he did have his hand up her skirt.
Who
Oh,
did? Max Mini?
Yeah.
Yeah, probably. Then the Los Pericos were doing it last week. Oh, flip it up. This has gone a lot longer than I thought it would, to be honest with you. Oh!
That was rough. That hurt. That hurt me.
Oh, here comes this guy's big. Oh, and he took out his own partner. He hit his own partner more than he hit the other guy. Let's be honest with ourselves. Max Mini, they could catch Max Mini and throw him into the third row if they wanted to. Oh, here we go. This is like a Money in the Bank ladder.
Stand there and wait.
This actually is a Young Bucks match, and I'm not just saying that to like literally it's just dive after dive after dive.
Yeah.
Goofy spots, like joke spots.
Literally just standing.
No one's selling anything. They're just standing there catching each other.
It's like early Money in the Bank ladder matches. Like every Money in the Bank ladder match, they had that one spot where multiple people would jump out of the ring. Like one guy would do it, and then another guy would do it, and then another guy would do it. And that's what this is. Except for with little people, so it's funner.
Hope this is where Max Mini gets the win.
I want to see little people in a Money in the Bank ladder match. That would really make my day.
They have to pull down some change. It's not even a briefcase. It's like a penny roll.
Yeah,
Yay! And there it is.
it's a big blow up. It's a big blow up penny. So there we go. That's it. The minis are done. Max Mini and his crew are the winners, and we say bye, Mayor.
Bye, man.
And we've thrown him back. We've cast him back out to Canton where he can do his mayorly duties. I do love a good minis match, Glenn. Good stuff.
It is really amazing. And this was, the last time that the minis got involved with Sonny, there was some inappropriate behavior,
Yeah.
to say the least. But this time they played it straight. I don't think the crowd were quite into it as much because when you get a minis match, I expect a bit of comedy.
Right.
And these four guys, they just went at it.
Yeah. I mean, we can make anything comical, but they're definitely barn burners, those mini matches. They're definitely a lot better paced matches than you. Well, obviously you'd think it was a fast pace, but it's better worked than you would think it was. It's not like watching the Haiti Kid wrestle Cowboy Lang. You know what I'm saying? It's not the same as these guys, because these guys are all over the place.
I love that, considering that Sonny is with Chris Candido at this time, he's more
and half the locker room. I'm sorry. God damn
it. Who is more of a diminutive wrestler, shall we say?
Yeah.
And the commentary team kept on going on about how Sonny likes little men.
She doesn't discriminate. Then they show the nation now is looking for Stone Cold Evil Steve Austin, but Farouk like stops at the door and he tells Mark Henry, "Look, it wasn't my idea for you to be in the nation, so you got to prove to me that you belong. So get in there and beat him up." They get in there and all they find is a Stone Cold Steve Austin foam finger.
Yeah, the middle finger sitting on the chair.
Yeah, that's all they found. So then we get the Intercontinental Championship match between The Rock and Ken Shamrock.
He's getting there.
Definitely. Kobe.
Not quite there just yet, but he's definitely getting there.
He gave some pretty good advice there, and that's that you got to cover.
Oh, yeah.
We can all agree on that one.
No, can't. And you did miss a bit.
Did I?
Just before the backstage with The Rock. See Mike Tyson in the skybox having a chat with Shane McMahon and Vince. And Jerry Lawler going on about wanting to fight Tyson, and if this was Memphis in the 80s, that would be a match that they'd be doing.
If it was Mike Tyson in the 80s, he would fucking explode your head with a punch there, Jerry. So I don't know if you want to. I don't know. I don't think you want that smoke.
No, I don't think you do either.
You don't want it in 1998, but you certainly don't want it in 1988.
No.
You think he's the baddest man on the planet in 98? You should have saw him in 88. He was a real bad motherfucker then.
That's right.
Ask Mitch Blood Green's face. Look that up if you've never seen it right now. Google Mitch Blood Green's face, and you'll see what Mike Tyson did to it with one punch.
Chopped liver.
Yes. They're like hamburger meat.
Yeah.
They showed Mike Tyson so many times, I guess I forgot. Which brings me to a couple of my notable signs. One of them that said Tyson killed Tupac, and I assume they meant Mike.
Yes. You'd hope so. Not Tyson Kid.
And then another one said Tyson bite me. So that was good. Also, UFC is for wimps. Since I'm doing it, I might as well give them all now. Vince, your tag team suck, which, sir, I absolutely agree with you.
You sir have got the Sign of the Week award.
I don't know. This last one is pretty good, Glenn. It is horny for hard liquor. I don't know.
Say
that's a hard choice.
Yeah.
But anyway, Ken Shamrock versus The Rock, Intercontinental Championship match. Glenn, what did you think about this one?
I should have been more into this with the build up and it. It's not. I can say that some people would think this is a good match, but it's not for me. I don't know what it is with Ken Shamrock. It's just something about him that I'm not entertained that much.
Huh. I think he's good in the ring. I know his promos really aren't anything to write home about. I will say that that this is like a blood feud and all the things that the Nation have done and The Rock have done to Ken Shamrock. You would have thought that he would come out like immediately throwing, but like it was a real slow, like feeling out process, which I did find weird.
Yeah, I think that's probably what turned me off of it right from the start. If he'd come out like a house on fire, I would have probably got into it more.
That's true. The King had the creepy old man quote of the night. In this one, he said, he asked JR how JR remembers all the stuff that he remembers. He says, I can't remember any of that stuff. And then pauses and says, but I sure can remember Sonny and Sable's bra sizes.
Okay, yes.
No, sir. You shouldn't say that. Yeah, I mean, I think I liked the match more than you did. I didn't think it was like the greatest match ever, but I certainly thought it was a decent match. I mean, at one point, Ken Shamrock went for a Hurricane Rana, but The Rock countered and like dropped them first across the top rope. I also didn't enjoy the fact that JR had to bring up how The Rock's team at Miami beat Nebraska 24-0 in the Rose Bowl. So fuck you, JR. No, I got to bring up old shit. I remember I was fucking 8 years old. I was crushed, JR. Thanks for bringing it up.
Yeah, JR did a good job. And to be fair to both guys, they weren't doing anything wrong. They were working hard. I just found it hard to get invested in it, especially after what we'd seen before.
I get that because of the way the match started and kind of the way that it finished too. Because you haven't resolved anything between these two with the way it ends. So
I love the ending though.
I thought the ending was well done too.
The switch of the brass knucks.
Yeah,
that was inventive. He didn't just hit him with the brass knucks and then try and hide them somewhere. he secreted them off Shamrock.
Yeah, he punched Shamrock and then stuck the nuts in Shamrock's.
Yeah,
like it's just a stroke of genius because you wonder why he would do that, and then you're like, oh well, he's got a backup plan in case this doesn't work.
Yeah, that's right.
And so yeah, that's what happens. I mean, he hits Shamrock with the brass knucks with the Nation members distract the referee, and then he puts him in Shamrock's tights. But Shamrock kicks out. Shamrock then like hits a belly to belly, then he puts the Rock in an ankle lock. No, he hit a belly to belly and pinned the Rock, right?
Yes.
And then so everybody goes crazy. Shamrock thinks he's won. He holds up the belt and everything. Then the Rock's telling, check his tights. He's got, she's got brass knucks in there. So the ref finds the brass knucks, reverses the decision. The Rock keeps the Intercontinental Championship, and Shamrock loses his fucking mind. Starts beating up the referee, puts an ankle lock on him. Before he can do much damage, though, other refs hit the ring, and they're able to get the referee out.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was an entertaining match, and I a well done finish. But obviously, these two are going to continue to feud past this.
Oh yeah, I think they turn up at WrestleMania 14, didn't they?
I'm pretty sure that you're right. Yeah,
So this is just a means to an end, which is fair enough.
Yeah. Then we see the Los Boricuas. They are looking for Stone Cold Steve Austin. They think he's in a locker room. But it's not. It's a different bald guy. It is one of the DOA guys.
It's one of the Harris brothers.
Yeah, they got the wrong bald guy with a goatee, and then they all start brawling with the DOA members. We still haven't found Stone Cold. Maybe he's in did they check the boiler room?
That's true.
Or as Rob suggested when he suggested this on YouTube, that how did how did Paul Bearer lose Kane? He said maybe you should check under the sofa cushions for him, and maybe that's where they should look for Stone Cold as well.
Yeah. 6'10" red monster hiding under a sofa cushion.
I like
that idea,
and I can just hear I can hear Rob saying that in Rob's voice.
Yeah.
Makes me laugh just thinking about hearing him say it. The next match, the tag team championship match, it's the LOD versus the New Age Outlaws. They tell us that Hawk hasn't been cleared to wrestle. I'm sorry, Animal has a back injury and wasn't necessarily cleared to wrestle. But then a couple of times during the match, I think JR says that he was cleared to wrestle, so I'm not 100% sure.
Well, yeah, this was all done backstage with Michael Cole again, where Animal admits that the doctor told him not to compete tonight due to his back, but he's going to listen to that. So,
right, because he's an animal for crying out loud.
That's right.
The Outlaws come out wearing Packers jerseys, which made me want to puke. They're trolling 49ers. They're trolling 49ers fans because Packers just beat them in the playoffs that year, I believe.
Oh, great.
I didn't look that up, but I believe that's the case. Yeah, so they talked to LOD. We talked about that. I don't know. What do you think about this one? If I had to pick my least favorite match on the card, this is going to be
it would be it, yes.
Yeah. Not that it was bad, it just
you feel the same. You feel the same about this that I felt about the last one.
Exactly. Yeah. Definitely. I think maybe if LOD had been on TV the last few weeks, they haven't been. I think since they beat them up on Raw.
Yeah.
And I think it's always weird to have somebody be promoted for and come in cold to a match when they went out injured and never came back once. Like at least bring them back, the Raw before the show or something.
Mhm.
I just always think that's a little bit strange to bring them back cold like that, especially then to thrust them into a championship match. Which I get that they've had a feud going into this, but I don't know. It did not click for me, just like the last match didn't click for you.
Yeah. Do get some colour from Road Dogg. around the
Really? Was he
mouth,
bleeding?
yeah, he was bleeding, and it looked like it was done by a punch. I think it was done the hard way.
Well, he won't be the first nor last person to get a hard way punch in the mouth and make it
No.
leak from the LOD. So
No, that's true.
the LOD controlled it at first until Road Dogg
Mhm.
they got Animal outside the ring. They threw him into the ring steps.
Mhm.
They take out Hawk too, and they handcuff him to the bottom rope.
Yeah, I know. How's that not a disqualification?
Yeah, and they were bringing that up on commentary too, which I liked. I hate when when it's blatant and they don't bring it up on commentary either because it makes the commentary team look incompetent.
Yeah.
But they kept bringing up on commentary of like he's looking right at it. How's that not a disqualification? But that used to be a thing. I remember Hulk Hogan being handcuffed to the ring rope during a tag team match and them not saying anything either. And I was probably losing my ever-loving 6-year-old mind going, he's got it! I could just hear myself.
Well, Big Boss Man used to do it all the time.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, they start to fight back. Animal hits some shoulder blocks, and Animal catches Billy coming off the top rope with a power slam. He goes for the pin, but then Road Dogg gets in the ring and just hits him with the chair while Hawk is still handcuffed. They keep hitting Hawk in the back with the chair. As he's already got an injured back. Hawk finally breaks the handcuff and chases them off.
As you do.
Yeah. Finally.
And they get themselves DQ to save the belt.
Yeah. LOD wins, but by DQ.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess that feud is not over either. But I know that LOD is going to be gone for a little while and come back as Sonny as their manager. So,
oh, lucky them.
But good news for Mildred Bowers from Nashville, Tennessee. She won the Austin 316 truck, Glenn.
She did, yes. I got that note as well. Lucky Mildred.
Oh, Mildred Bowers. They did. I like Jim Ross saying that the king will be over to wash it every Sunday. Which I don't know how far Memphis is from Nashville, but I believe King lives in Memphis, not Nashville.
Right, how do you want to do the Royal Rumble? Because if we review every entrant, we're going to be here for hours.
No, I just put a couple of, I just put a few of my favorite moments. I'm not going to go through every damn entrant. There's no way.
I'll just start them.
Okay.
The good from this was definitely them having Cactus and Chainsaw in 1 and 2.
Yep.
This brought back memories of when Mankind was partner in Vader. No, it wasn't. Who was it? Greg. No. Abdul the Butcher. He said the best of friends hit the hardest.
Oh yeah. Definitely. Yeah, no, I had that in mind too. That's good. That was they were like taking turns hitting each other in the head with the chair and.
And then they bring in our friend at number 3.
Yeah, old fucking Tom Brandy.
Praise be for Cactus and Chainsaw Charlie. Because he's not there more than a minute.
He lasted 12 seconds, Glenn. Tom Brady's in there for 12 seconds. I also had to look up some random facts for some of the lesser known guys in this. And Tom Brandy once wrestled as Chippendale Tom Brandy. You're familiar with the Chippendales?
I am familiar with the Chippendales, yes.
I figured that was probably a thing over there too.
Yeah.
Keep going though, Glenn. Tell me some of what else you got from this Royal Rumble.
While these two are still in there, they think it's a great idea to chuck the Rock in with them.
Yeah.
And luckily, he gets attacked by a chair, but goes through the middle rope and not over the top rope, so he doesn't get disqualified.
They put a trash can on his head too.
Oh yeah,
they hit him with
did.
the-
Yep. Then they hit him with a chair.
And he fell right through the ropes, which I thought was amazing. Why I didn't understand why did Jim Cornette and Jeff Jarrett attack Owen Hart? Like, what issue did they have? They didn't have any issue, so I didn't get that.
No, I don't understand that either.
It was just like, oh, we have to pick someone. We'll get that Blackheart. I was just like,
Yeah.
why wouldn't it have been like Bradshaw? Didn't they have a problem with Bradshaw or something a week ago? That didn't make any sense to me at all.
Owen Hart's feuding with DX.
Yeah, Owen Hart got screwed over twice in this thing because he's coming out his first time. He gets attacked by Jeff Jarrett. And then he comes out there and gets his coming up. It's on Jeff Jarrett, throws him out. And then here comes China and Hunter. China gets up on the China gets up on the apron and distracts him, and then Hunter pulls him out of the ring with his crutch. So fuck you, Owen Hart, I guess.
The funny bit was Mosh tried to attack Kurgan, punch him, and all he did was hurt his hand and got thrown over the top rope for his troubles.
Yeah, Kurgan, who was tossed out by 6 people.
Yes, eventually.
Also, did you know that Steve Blackman, who was in this match, had a run in the WWF in the late 80s, in 1988, March of 88? He won a match against David San Martino, and he was being considered for a full-time contract, but he was wrestling over in South Africa and contracted malaria and dysentery, and he was bedridden for almost 2 years.
Ouch.
Yeah, isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, Kurgan that we just talked about, I didn't know this, but he won an MTV Movie Award in 2006 for Best Fight with Gerald Butler in the movie 300. Glenn, did you know that?
No, I didn't know that.
I didn't know that either until I looked that up. Do they still? You wouldn't know. I wonder if they still do the MTV Movie Awards. I don't know.
Don't know.
Yeah, me neither.
Oh, Rock and D'Lo fighting. That was good.
Yeah, they put all
D'Lo
that. I like Farouk came out and just started beating it. The first thing he did was hit the Rock, and then he hit Farouk, then he hit D'Lo, and then he hit Kama. He beat all them up first, just so they knew. You knew he'd been waiting to hit the Rock for weeks, though. So he was like, finally, this is my moment.
And because entrance number 16, we get the second face of Foley with Mankind coming to the ring.
Yep, he was the next one in. Yeah, this was the Royal Rumble, the infamous Royal Rumble with the
yeah. Who then batters Chainsaw Charlie and chucks him over the top rope as revenge, which was nice. I thought that was a good little move. That.
Yeah, because he threw out Cactus, and so Mankind came out and got his revenge. But it would have been great if just regular Terry Funk had came back out there and thrown out Mankind. How great would that have been?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, The Rock who sneaks up behind. So it's down to the final 4, and the final 4 is Dude Love, Austin, The Rock, and Farouk. Austin and Dude Love look to be working together, but Austin turns on him rather quickly when they get both the guys down. So they get rid of Dude Love. Farouk crawls on over the top rope, and then Farouk's trying to throw out Austin. You see The Rock kind of get up behind him, and then he sees what's going on. He just says, "All the hell with it," lays back down, and eventually waits for the right moment, slithers over, and tosses Farouk right out, which I thought that was great.
So we know that Austin wins it. I think everybody knows Austin wins it.
Yeah, it's awesome.
You get the 3 faces of Foley. This was a good Rumble. Basically for those reasons.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, the Rock lasted the longest. He lasted 52 minutes. Tom Brandi, of course, was the quickest at 12 seconds. Yeah. Austin had the most eliminations with 7. My last 2 fun facts for Royal Rumble members. Ahmed Johnson was in this thing, and he once played Suge Knight in a movie about MC Hammer's life called Too Legit: The MC Hammer Story.
Oh, great!
And now I need to find footage of that. Yeah. Also, D'Lo Brown, who I also always thought was a pretty cool guy, I found out is actually a fucking Liverpool supporter. Can you believe this, Glenn? Just when you thought you could trust a guy, he's a Liverpool supporter. Damn it.
It's got an excuse though.
Yeah, it's fine. I there's a lot more teams I dislike a lot more than Liverpool. That's for sure.
Yeah.
That's 100% for sure. But yeah, Austin wins. He celebrates. They show Mike Tyson celebrating with him as Tyson's watching from the skybox with Shane McMahon. They didn't do a interview with Mike Tyson where he says that Cold Stone, Steve Austin, is his man, which I thought was funny.
Yeah.
I love Cold Stone ice cream. It's great. That's not true. I can't eat ice cream.
And he also thinks Shawn Michaels is an up and coming young hungry tiger.
Yeah, that was weird. He also said that he won a fortune. As if like, is there like a bookie taking action on professional wrestling in 1998? What kind of degenerate bookie takes action on pro wrestling in 1998?
If Mike Tyson says you're going to take a bet, you take it.
I guess so. I guess you're right, Glenn. I didn't think of that.
And then you pray you lose.
Yeah, so then it's time for the main event. It is the Undertaker versus Shawn Michaels casket match for the World Wrestling Federation Championship. I mean, I don't particularly ever care for casket matches, really. I don't know if that's blasphemy or not, but usually casket matches for me are way too much emphasis on trying to put someone on the casket, and it's not usually very good. This one is the complete opposite of that. This is probably in my opinion, the best casket match in the history of casket matches.
Oh yeah, yeah. And we're just seeing the last days of the fit and nimble Undertaker.
Yeah.
Because by 1999, all the joints are going and he can hardly move. And then has to take time away. And
we're going to get into it, but I'm pretty sure he works half of this year with like a broken ankle. So
yeah.
Which is insane to think. If I had a broken ankle, I'd be bedridden for weeks. But this man's like, nope, tape it up. I got to get out there.
Well, that's the thing with decent pair of wrestling boots, though. You can take an ankle, you can tape up and strap it in tightly and basically do stuff. You think Kerry Von Erich worked on one foot?
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, it's great. Well, these guys are also top % athletes in the world, and I have not.
Oh yeah.
So I mean,
we're young skateboarders.
Yeah, I mean the match was pretty quick pace right from the beginning.
It was.
I forgot how early in the match that it happens, where they do the spot where Undertaker back drops Shawn Michaels over the top rope, and he kind of catches his back on the casket, and that's the thing right there. That's gonna put Shawn Michaels out of wrestling for like 5 years. So, and just that little thing. And I'm sure it was like an accumulation of all the things that had happened to him over the years. That was the final blow, but yeah, I thought it was later in the match, but it's literally like within the first 5 minutes. So, and
so
I'm sorry, go ahead.
The fact that he carried on bumping, is amazing.
Because the first thing he does after that is the Undertaker picks him up in the gorilla press and slams him down onto the ring mats on the outside of the ring. The first thing. At first, it looks like nothing, but as the match wears on, you can tell that Shawn is in a lot of pain.
And yet, he still manages to pole drive the Undertaker onto the steel steps.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
incredible.
He did a lot of incredible shit in this match. He does the spot where Undertaker's laying in the casket, and he does the elbow drop from the top rope onto the Undertaker into the casket, closing the lid on both guys. I also love the camera inside the casket here, and I thought both guys did a great job of utilizing it in a way that most people don't when they have a camera in there. This is just a great match all around. Michaels was a pumping machine.
I never like to see the Undertaker lose, but in this exception, I will make an exception because it was a great.
They keep asking if is Kane going to be here? Will Kane help his brother? Shawn Michaels hits a super kick at one point, and he looks like he's going to shut the casket, and he gets too cocky, and he just starts doing the suck it thing to the Undertaker. The Undertaker gets up, punches him, and Michaels bumps all the way back over into the ring, which I thought was great.
Yeah.
In one punch, he went from the casket over the top rope. It was great.
Yeah. And after those weeks of teasing the Brothers of Destruction, we find that actually Kane is back with Paul Bearer.
Yeah,
And we
so it
get
looks
that
like
great.
Go ahead.
Sorry. And we get that great moment where they lock Taker into the casket and set it all on fire.
Yeah. You know. Yeah, Shawn Michaels looks like he's about to lose, and then like a bunch of people hit the ring. The New Age Outlaws hit the ring, the Los Pericos hit the ring, beating on the Undertaker. Kane comes down, he clears the ring. It looks like he's gonna help his brother, but he doesn't. He starts beating him up. He chokeslams him into the casket, and DX is kind of waiting behind there, and they slam the lid shut. Shawn Michaels wins. Paul Bearer slithers down the aisleway. They lock Taker in there. They wheel it up. The rant to the entranceway. He gets an axe, so it's like putting holes in the top of it, and then they set the motherfucker on fire, and that is how the show goes off the air with JR screaming, "The casket's on fire!" All in all, a really good pay-per-view. I know we said we're going to rate the matches as good, bad, or ugly, but I thought all the matches were pretty good. I didn't think there was anything bad or ugly to any of them. Well, like you may not have liked the Shamrock. The Rock match, you could understand why someone would like it.
Oh yes, yeah.
And the same thing goes for that tag team match. While it wasn't my cup of tea, I could understand why someone would enjoy it. Because there is a story being told there with kind of like the redemption of LOD, which I don't know where that's going to go because I don't remember. I only remember them coming back as LOD 2000, and I'm not sure if we see them anymore at all after this, but maybe we do, maybe we don't. I don't know. Stick around. We'll find out together.
Yeah. It's nice not to be able to remember what happens.
Yeah.
Doing a show like this.
It's nice when you can't remember what happened, 20 years ago, but it's not so good when you can't remember what happened 20 minutes ago. Anyway, Glenn, I would say that's a 2 thumbs up show. I would say.
Yes, definitely 2 thumbs.
100%. Let's talk about some buy rates, Glenn. You wanted to do that?
Yes, please.
First of all, I will tell you that the WCW pay-per-view this month took place 1 week after the Royal Rumble on January the 24th. It took place in Dayton, Ohio. It was the tagline was "Hell have no fury like first fight '98. Who do you trust?" That's awful wordy.
That's a mouthful.
That's very wordy. The opening match was an 8-man luchador tag team match. Juventud Guerrero Super Carlo, Lizmark Jr., and Chavo Guerrero Jr. beat La Parca, Psychosis, Silver King, and El Dandy. Chris Benoit defeated Raven in a Ravens Rules match. That's a no rules match for anybody who doesn't know.
Yes.
Chris Jericho defeated Rey Mysterio for the Cruiserweight Championship. In a blast from the past, don't ask me why, but Rick Martel wrestled Booker T for the WCW World Television Championship at this pay-per-view. Booker won, by the way. Also, another blast from the past, ironically, Larry Zbyszko defeated Scott Hall.
Way to go.
Yeah, Larry Zbyszko had Dusty Rhodes with him, apparently. Ray Traylor and the Steiner brothers defeated the NWO. For context, that's Buff Bagwell, Conan, and Scott Norton, and they had Vincent with them. Ironically, they had Vincent with them, and the Steiner brothers had Ted DiBiase with them, so that's kind of a reunion.
Yep.
Kevin Nash defeated the Giant. Bret Hart defeated Ric Flair. I'm sure that was a good match. And the main event for this show was Lex Luger defeating Randy Savage by submission.
There's a lot of old boys in that.
There really is. This got 380 buys, which is a 1.02 buy rate. And the WWF's Royal Rumble got 325,000 buys at a 0.97 buy rate. So WCW still did beat them by a little bit. But we will see where it goes as things continue to progress forward in the year 1998. I will say some of those matches on that card do look fun. I bet that, Chris Jericho, Rey Mysterio was good. Chris Jericho, Raven's Rules is probably interesting.
Yeah.
Bret Hart versus Ric Flair, but the rest of that doesn't really interest me all that much.
No, there's a lot of old men in that.
definitely is. So there you have it. That is our 1998 Royal Rumble review. Anything else you want to add, Glenn, before we wrap it up?
No, that was a decent show, and I look forward to the next time that we climb into our time machine.
We will be climbing into our time machine this Friday, in fact, Glenn, on the Life and Times of Psycho Sid. We're doing something different this week. We are going to do a full review of Survivor Series 1996, which Sid did main event against Shawn Michaels.
Mm-hmm.
We're doing this thing where each of us we'll do a pay-per-view every month, but we'll alternate who picks. My pick was Survivor Series 96, so I figured we might as well watch the whole thing since it's where we were at.
Yeah.
So make sure you check that out. What else, Glenn, do we need to plug before we get out of here?
I'm booking the territory with Dan and Rob, doing the first and last of wrestling, plus their side projects. I'm stacking the territory, being I'm stacking the territory. The road to Wembley 1981 for Big Daddy and Giant Haystacks, which was watched by 18 million people. Also being the Elite Gator Golf. They've finished up the Series 2 of that. There's not a lot of Gator Golf goes on in Series 2. Just a lot of other sort of nonsense.
Which I hope they do against each other. It's called the UTT Olympics. I think that'd be great.
And the father of I don't know shit, I'm booking the Tankatory, the life and times of Tank Abbott, which the guys did a lot better job of than we do with ours.
Well, yeah, they did. They put a lot more prep work into theirs than we did.
They certainly did.
Yeah.
And of course,
the Doctor Who podcast with Danny Inside. That's on SJP World Media. And as I said, the Premier League is going to be back in about 12 days, Glenn?
Yep.
Check out the volley, which is on the SJP World Media's YouTube page with our buddy Dan Griffin and the magnificent Matt Lewis, I believe is how you say it.
That is how you say it.
And they do some alternate commentary on all kinds of different soccer games. I think they're going to be doing a preseason match coming up too. So check that out if you're into football like we are. And sometimes Glenn pops up on that show. You never fucking know. No, I'm usually in the chat talking shit because that's what I like to do. So check that out. Sorry, Glenn. Keep going.
Nope.
Oh, make sure you check out our buddy, our old pal. He sent me a very nice message today telling me about how much he enjoys what's been going on with the show. And we appreciate everything that Tom does for us. So make sure you check out Sports Wire Radio. Give Tom a follow on all on sports platforms. On all social media platforms, give Thomas a follow. It's Thomas B. Rice, just like it sounds. And make sure you check out the website, sportswireradio.org. Hit that listen live button. You hear many great shows just like ours. And make sure you give the other member of our podcast team, the mayor of Canton, a follow on the Twitter X. He does a meal with the mayor every week where he tries something different every week. So you can maybe find something different that you haven't heard of. And you can also see if he doesn't like it, then you're probably not going to like it. Because while he seems like he may be a hard critic, I don't think the mayor is really all that hard to please when it comes to food. You just have to give it to him fast, hot, and ready.
Yeah, that seems to be the idea.
I don't really think the mayor's all that picky. So if he says something ain't good, it ain't good. So make sure you check that out. Give the mayor a follow. We do have a Facebook now. If you just search a Work in Progress Wrestling Podcast, you'll find us. If you're on Facebook, check that out. But other than that, I already talked about the Life and Times of Psycho Sid, so there's no reason to plug that. That's it. I don't have anything else to say, Glenn. So all we now have to do is have you say goodbye.
Goodbye.